Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing as a Troll Enchanter of Okuwaru, and we just finished up the lair. We've already done Orc, a little bit out of order from how I usually do things. But we're going to go back to the dungeon, because there was some kind of nasty stuff. What, why are there all these annotations here? What's the deal? Oh, I left this level unfinished because of Sonja, and now I don't have to. Let's go finish this floor. Grab a little more experience. But so dungeon, the final floor of dungeon has Kirka and not Sonja, but Nessos on it. Let's put on protection from magic, which is the main way that Kirka is going to be a problem. Now heroism, and let's just get started on Kirka. Okay, there she goes. So now Nessos is the last big threat on this floor, I guess. Oh, right. Kirka followed us upstairs, so they're not on the same floor anymore. Okay. That's cool. So let's put poison resistance back on for just whatever eventualities, and also Nessos. Do I have a hat? I don't have a hat yet. Give me. I saw a hat. Oh, apparently there was one a little while ago too. There's some scrolls of enchant armor to enchant up this hat, which would be nice. So there's some friendly humans wandering the dungeon now because Kirka's hogs have returned to their normal form. Random effects, nothings. So we don't have to fight them. I think you certainly can. I don't know if you get experience or what, but like there's not a big reason to. And it kind of feels like a jerk thing to do. Like, hey, you were turned into pigs. I rescued you. Now I will eat you. And I guess if I have paralysis, I don't really need confusion. It's just better. And I don't need cure mutation now. Stop picking up beef jerky, please. And also bread and meat. Meat, beef jerky, bread. Got enough royal jellies. They're sort of my, like, there's Nessos. Okay, so he's kind of problematic. If we could just, like, stay in melee with him for a little while, then he would go down like nothing. Okay, what if I throw rocks at him? How do you like that, Nessos? He doesn't like it very much. Oh, but what I should do is use that wand of confusion I just dropped. Let's just paralyze him, though. There he goes. Why was he carrying a staff? I don't know. Here's Mod. There's a lot of stuff on this floor. Wow, that hurt. Is Vehement, like... Vehement's not mad at this anymore. Oh yeah, that's right. The ball lightning was the last thing. Wow, just walking a few squares and I healed up all that damage. And I still have poison resistance, so this is not a big deal. Okay, cool. That was a bit of a busy dungeon floor. I think this one ought to be easier, really. You know, we had to run away from that and get back to it later. What is this, a teleport trap? Yeah, that's fine. Hop on in. a little dangerous, maybe. Urug and a Hydra. Maybe I should have just gone back upstairs and found another staircase, huh? Would have been a smart thing to do. Okay, let's throw a rock at the Hydra? I could read fog, and then they probably wouldn't see me, and I could just get closer to the Cyclops. I have 5 teleports now, so that's good. I think I want to get this rock in while he's still asleep. Now I'll pop Heroism and throw some more rocks. There he goes. Now let's get out our Lightning Rod. Okay. Come on, Urug. Like, we got you down to almost dead in no time at all. Alright, there goes all that. Cool. That was a little bit worrying, but ultimately not dangerous. Just had to stop and make sure that I had a good plan, which was like Heroism, rocks, and it's nice to not have to like keep running from Hydras anymore. I might still run from some, but I don't have to. Like, if it's a Hydra all by itself, I should be fine with just my ranged options. Okay, that was Dungeon 13. Easy peasy. Whoa. Oh gosh, every time something drains my mana, or my magic, I guess, I get worried because I notice like a bar in the top right drop by a lot. And I'm always like, oh my gosh, I just took a lot of damage. Which is a fine instinct to have, I don't mind. What happened? Why? I got Crystal Speared, and then I got Bolt of Colded, huh? Let's kill the wizard, please. Let's Heroism, and then kill the wizard, please. There goes the Deep Elf Mage. These wizards, man. Throw rocks? Okay, put on See Invisible. Cool. Wield a Lightning Rod at the wizard. There he goes. Problem solved. Is this a trove? No, vaults. Makes sense. Wizards, vaults. Got it. There's this 8-headed Hydra, which is a lot of heads. He has a lot of hit points. I'm just going to leave him alone. If I have to, I can, you know, do the whole Lightning Rod and rocks business. That Hydra has 4 heads, and I could kill it pretty easily, but it would be loud and wake up the other Hydra, and like, bleh. Wait, what is this? Why is that not? Why did I not auto-exclude the Hydra when I saw it? That's what I want to know. Fine, Lightning Rod. Yeah, so that made a lot of noise. It woke up the other Hydra. Azrael. Yowza. Fire, huh? Okay, let's turn on Finesse as well. We should be able to do a lot of damage to Azrael. Okay. His main threat is usually not the fire so much as the hellfire, which you can't. Your fire resistance doesn't help against hellfire. Nothing helps against hellfire. And hellfire is a big threat, like later in the game. There's not a lot in the early to mid game that can hellfire at all, naturally. Like, you're not in hell, right? But early, you know, Azrael is an example of a hellfire threat that you have to be concerned with. And so we used some piety, and that was all it really took. You know, and we could have used other resources if we had to, but you know, I feel good about that fight in that I wasn't too overconfident. I still said, oh, you know, this is scary, let's use some resources. I'm not yet just mindlessly holding down tab for everything is what I'm getting at here, because that is how I see myself dying, if at all. There's the scroll of enchant armor, which I'm going to use on a hat, I guess. And dungeon 15, here we come. Right. Yeah, so there should be some slightly scarier stuff around depths. Hydra, okay. Now we heroically throw rocks. Got him. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to do elf in this video or not. Why do I still have C invisible on? Ah, my ring of fire resistance and other stuff. I'd rather not be wearing that all the time, just because of the dexterity minus. Mostly because of the dexterity minus, anyway. It's also nice to have, I'd rather have poison resistance, I think, than fire resistance most of the time. Even like 3 pips of fire resistance. I don't know, maybe 3 pips of fire is better than poison. But it's also got that dex minus, so it sort of seems like I'd rather have this as just sort of my default setup. And then swap that other thing for fire threats. What's up? So like, I don't know, there hasn't been anything much down here yet that's been an issue. This enormous slime creature could be an issue, but he's splitting up, so yeah. Just hold down tab. A lot of orcs? Alright, let's use heroism here. I'm not sure what's up. And these orcs seem upset about something. Let's kill the sorcerers. Is this like Saint Roca? I don't know. It's weird that there would be orcs here at all, I think. I don't think I really need finesse for anything. Just kill all of the... I'm not sure if I want to kill the big orcs or the orc knight or the little orcs first, because they are... He has given them might, and I should be able to kill them in like 1 hit, so it's sort of nice to take away the damage. Identify this scroll of silence. Still no acquirement. Alright, this looks like the depth entry, right? Yes, should be in here. know, a bunch of ranged dudes. That's... Apparently he can't figure out how to get to me. Alright. Yaktars. They're like centaurs, but yaks instead of cents. Instead of horses, I guess. It's not clear to me why they're... I don't know. Yaktar doesn't quite make sense. I think there's some more correct word. But let's see, invisible, please, for this unseen horror. Okay, back to poison resistance. Okay, there we go. That was dungeon. Yeah, this is, it's time to go to elf. Why have I annotated this level with an exclamation point? Because it used to contain Kirka or Nessos or something. And elf should be fine. Okay, whatever, just follow me upstairs, please, and then die. Cool. So that elf entry was no big deal. And I seem to be running low on slots again. I don't need this robe anymore. I have the ring of +3 fire resistance. And Potion of Ambrosia. Sort of am getting a bit loaded down on junk wands that I can't use effectively. But, I mean, paralysis worked great. I like it. And I have wands for hydras. Yeah. I don't think, pretty soon I think I can stop using damage wands and just use large rocks as like wands. You know, somebody said the other day, I love this large rock spell that trolls get. Which, you know, is about right. You kind of use it as like a conjuration spell. And most other characters don't have access to it. Okay, identify digging. Maybe I should have picked paralysis actually. Not disintegration. So that's the one I'm going to want to use to dig a kill hole in Elf 3. Nicola, you say, huh? I don't have any way to get electricity resistance? Hey. Hey. This is sort of not good at all. Can I just... Alright, you know what I should be doing is I should be training throwing, because these large rocks, I'm coming to depend on them more and more. And I should turn off invocations, because finesse is fine. I trained invocations too high, in fact. I mean, there's no such thing as too high. The higher, the better. It makes your heroism and finesse last longer. But Nicola has high damage lightning spells, basically. So he can do a lot of damage all at once, and he can blink around. And I don't think it's really a good idea to try to get into melee range with him. I could try to run away with haste, or I could use heroism and finesse and just pummel him with large rocks. He's not even electricity resistant, so his big spell, Chain Lightning, is going to like hurt him as well as me. And he just doesn't mind. He's a madman. What else can I do? Oh, I could use Curare on him. Slow him down quite a bit. That's a good thought. So I think I wield the blowgun and then finesse, then hit him with a needle. Yeah, that seems okay. I could also use fog to stop him from hurting me until he gets close, but honestly you don't want him close because that makes Chain Lightning a lot more powerful. So let's wield the blowgun. And now finesse. Now the curare. There we go, that slowed him down. Now heroism for the rocks. He apparently has a lot of hit points. But we're throwing rocks at quite a pace. Okay, there we go, we got him. Sure, took a Curare Needle, but that's what they're for. And some Piety, but that's what they're for too. That's what it's there for. This is a lot of summoners and summoned junk. Just let me get at the summoner, please. That's all I'm asking. There we go. Hey, come back here. Demonologist. I guess I'm already heroic. Let's just hit him with some rocks. Yeah, get wrecked. You saw he summoned a Balrog, which was like a 2, so that's a big deal. Not as big deal as a 1, which they can summon. Those fiends, man, are seriously... The first time I ever got killed in Elf, it was offline, so I don't have the record of it, sadly. But I had this Minotaur, probably Berserker, honestly. I think it was a Hints mode game, so it was probably my Minotaur Berserker. Who was just stomping everything. And I came to Elf, and like, I don't think I even knew about Tab yet. So I was like using HJKL to kill stuff. And I was still like tromping stuff, and I remember I was in some kind of like half corridor that wasn't great. But something summoned a fiend, and I didn't really know what the big deal was. And I just started getting tormented, and I didn't understand what was going on. I was just taking so much damage. So, I mean, now I do know what's going on, and I can, like, prioritize getting away from fiends, but the torment is still, like, not something you want to mess with. Other things we don't want to mess with appear to include, like, all of this. I mean, Robe of Vines is, like, getting us back into the fray with heroism still up, like, which is great. You know, go heal, come back, heroism is still going. Yeah, so we seem to have, like, we're in a pretty good position here to accomplish all of my goals for the week. All I really... Hey, let me out. I'm confused. Help. Who confused me anyway? Is there a Tarantella around here somewhere or something? No. Who did confuse me? The Deep Elf Knight cast Dazzling Spray. That's what it's called. Which, like, blinds you. But for players, that's confusion. Because blindness isn't a lot of fun, I guess. Deep Elf Demonologist. Okay, heroism. Wait for him to come around the corner, and then hit him with a rock. A Shadow Fiend. Great, just what I wanted. And an Ice Fiend. There we go. Kill the Demonologist. Man. Yikes. Not what you want. That was quite an icicle there, sir. Nice shot. Okay, yeah. Deep Elf Conjurer. So, we have to be a little careful in Elf. But overall, it's going fine. Focus throwing. Turn off. No, I like fighting. Unarmed combat is fine where it is. It's our main damage dealer, but damage is not our problem right now, I don't think. I don't know. I guess these elves are not going down as quickly as I would like. put on See Invisible. I'm just tired of these jerks. It's probably a better default than Poison Resistance in Elf anyway. And so just like in previous videos, we're not going into the Hall of Blades because we're not really looking for a particular weapon, and that's the main reason to go in. And the main reason not to go in is because there's like a bunch of high-level elves and dancing weapons in there. Yeah, just don't bother with that. Heroism. I am too confused. What is my magic resistance like? I guess blindness might not check magic resistance. I don't know. An Ice Fiend, and I'm confused. I'm less confused. Where's the Demonologist? Way back there, huh? Okay. I'm thinking I try my Lightning Rod, and if it goes badly, I try to get out of here. So he shouldn't have a lot of health, right? He's severely wounded. We got tormented, but this should finish him off. Yeah, yep, and there goes the Fiend, and everybody else got tormented too, so it's fine. What was our gift? A War Axe. Forgot to eat these elves. Yeah, don't want to go into the Hall of Blades, so let's go downstairs and see if we can get Elf 3 in this video. I keep forgetting to identify this Wand of Disintegration. I can't identify, right? Yeah, I don't have any. But this looks like the end vault right here, like this moat. It's a pretty big ending. Yeah, so there's Elf. I don't know, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking for in Elf. Like, there's some loot that it would be nice to find, but mostly I'm just here for experience, so that Deaths is not quite so outrageously difficult. I keep getting confused. That's not something I'm used to having happen. Like, I must just be rolling a lot of Deep Elf Knights who have Dazzling Spray. It used to be that you could drown yourself by walking around confused near water, and that was actually true quite recently. It's not anymore, which is why the game is not... I was not afraid to try it because I knew that the game would warn me if like I was about to take an action that might kill me. Jesus, what is with all these spiders? Just let me out to get at the summoner, please. This is not spider, this is elf. There's the summoner. Fine. Now let me get the other summoner. Fine. Jeez. And so I had this brief moment of panic while I was fighting those guys while confused. I was like, wait a minute. Can I fall in the water? And I think the answer to that is no. But it is worth being worried about anyway. Because there's no way that they would... you know, unlike NetHack where they would totally do it. There's no way that they would take away the protection, like the warn you, rather, and actually make it possible to fall in the water. Like, NetHack is all about surprise, you're dead, but Crawl hates surprise, you're dead. It should be your fault when you're dead. Which is in some ways more punishing, but also I find it more tolerable. Like, there's something to be said for, like, oh, you know, I died, and it wasn't exactly my fault. There was this funny little thing they set up where if you touch a cockatrice with your bare hands, you turn into stone. Like, isn't that funny? There's nothing I could have done about it without already knowing. So here's Wiglaf again. Ow! Yowza! I did not prepare for this. I was busy telling a story about NetHack instead. Okay. I'm worried about reading Random Teleport in Elf 3. I'm also quite worried about standing next to Wiglaf. And for some reason I'm rather poisoned, I don't know. So what I want to do, I think, is blink. And like reset this fight somehow. Or maybe throw some rocks at him. But I mean, he's mighted and hasted. I mean, it's basically like Berserk, and you just don't... I popped Heroism and Finesse too. So Wiglaf is another Okawaru Worshiper, basically. He has Might and Haste, where we have Heroism and Finesse, but they're close enough. I don't know. I'm going to try some more rocks. I can blink away again if it goes wrong. Yeah, like we do a lot of damage. So does he, if he rolls a little higher than this. This Deep Elf Knight does not... That was not a very tactically strong use of Conjure Flame. I don't know. I'm standing in Steam now, so I guess if that was your plan, well done, it worked. Okay, cool. So Wiglaf was a bit of a monkey wrench thrown into the works. But it went all right. Yeah, so here's like this giant elf castle, right? So let's... Actually, I'm not sure if I've seen this one. I was thinking of a different elf castle. So where can I dig a kill hole is my question. And I think right here is the answer. Boop. So now when I step here, only one thing can see me. It's a little bit too open right here, more open than I would like. I could use 2 more charges of Disintegration to make a better kill hole, but I think this one is fine. Oh no, this is the one I was thinking of. Okay, we're just gonna run back to this kill hole. This is a kind of hard end vault to kill hole properly, but it should be fine. Just have to be more careful. It's gonna be more time consuming. Because like, I'm not sure. I think there's like 2 layers of these sort of outer hallways, and then there's the inner hallway, and you can't really dig through any of this stuff. It's all stone. But you know, these sort of weaker, lower tier elves are not... Wow, throwing's up to 6. Good work. Good work, Mr. Troll. I don't know. Like, see, this stuff I would love to drag back to the kill hole, but I can't really. And it wasn't such a pressing threat that I felt I had to. Whereas, like, this stuff, you know, I don't want to fight right here. Not altogether. So let's just keep backing up. Okay then. Maybe we fight here. They've cut me off. What do we have to do? What are our options, I guess is a better way of putting it. This small number of elves, like, it shouldn't be a big deal. I can just have all this. The problem is just if we make noise and attract more customers. But I think it's fine to just like throw a couple of rocks. Can I hit that elf? Of course not. But I can hit this one, which we'll have to do. There he goes, he's dead. And let's just ignore the demon and get the sorcerer who was responsible for summoning them all. Good. I feel like, yeah, right here. You can dig up into here as well, which is nice. It's like they left you that on purpose. I remember it's shaped a little bit weirdly. Let's try digging up with digging and see how far it goes. Not far at all, huh? Again with digging? Still not far. That's too bad. I thought you could get in there. Let's try one more time. Nope, I guess not. But this guy's gonna open the door and get a nasty surprise. Yeah. And I hope the same thing happens to this guy. Hello, it's a troll. This electric eel, man. What a joker. Yeah, so we have to kill this death mage twice, but whatever. He summoned a lost soul that resurrected him, but he was not any harder the second time than the first. And let's just finish up this outer corridor area. I mean, finish up. There's a lot of it still unexplored, but it shouldn't be a big deal. So here is where, you know, the heart of the Elven stronghold, I guess, if we were going to speak poetically, is where that all is. And apparently you can't really kill hole it, which stinks a lot. You know, I'm glad they built a vault that you can't just totally cheese. Close this door. You can use the doors to get like a little bit of a kill hole effect, I guess. But you want to draw just one or two guys because you can't really isolate them. You can just... Oh, poison, huh? Am I wearing poison resistance? No. Let's put that on, I guess. You can't really get these elves into one-on-one combat that easily, except by only attracting them one at a time. How much enchant weapon is there? 3. Okay. Because that's useful for improving the blowgun that I'm hoping to use on Garyon. And I just want to keep an eye on it. In my practice game, I collected a bunch of it and then forgot to use it. And went down into hell with just a +0 blowgun. And it went fine, but it was not really what I meant to do. Yeah, this is the other problem with not getting a proper Guardian Spirit. That's pretty good. I'll take it. Now I'm like a real Vine Stalker. Share, you know, using my mana shield or whatever. So now damage I take. Wow, my mana regens so slowly. So now damage I take is shared between my health and magic in such a way as to like keep the ratio you had of health and magic about the same before and after applying the damage. Let's drop... Ugh, there's nothing here I really want to drop. I don't need Brilliance, really. Or Fruit. I shouldn't have dropped it on the doorway. Now I can't close the door. It's kind of dumb. It's also kind of dumb that you can't close the door if there's like an apple nearby. But, you know, that's the rules, apparently. Yep, come get me, elves. I'm out here. Okay. Yeah, so now our magic is doing something, finally. In that it is and slight improvement to our health pool. A large shield, you don't say. +1 of protection. So that actually is not really ruining our ability to blink. So I'll take it, and I'll train shields again. Try to get up to 15. And stop picking up brilliance, please. Right, we're fine for this video. Should be able to finish up elf. Hello, elves. Please come here. Shout, shout. Hello, I'm here. All right, here comes one. Morning Star of Crushing. Fine. Okay, I'm hearing some shouts. Cool, a Blade Master. So he's a tough customer. Whoa, a hasted Blade Master. All right, let's use heroism. Just that's pretty cool. Good work, buddy. This is our third wand of hasting. I would rather be getting like wands of heal wounds or something. Or teleportation, you know, one of the big wands that I don't already have. A third wand of hasting is, you know, almost of no value. It's basically just extra charges on the one I already have. I mean, that are a little more awkward to carry around and cost me more identify scrolls, and ugh. Something hits me. Something is invisible. I don't know what it is. Deep Elf Mage or something? Okay, whatever it was, we killed it. Still hearing elves shout back at me. So come get me, elves. There's the High Priest. Sure. Come get me. Okay, it looks like it's mostly cleared out. Nope, not in the slightest. So I don't like having to cross this water because it's slowing me down. But they're going to have to cross it in a second, and it'll slow them down as well. I just needed to not die while crossing it. And you get so much. Like, I'm back at full health. I haven't even rested. It's incredible. So these are the hell beasts. This is what Garyon will be summoning in hell if we can't keep them under control. And they're like reasonably competent melee targets. It's just that the main issue is they can trample you, push you backwards, so you lose the stairs back out of hell, and then you kind of get stuck in there. And something similar could have happened with that demonologist, made me like lose the ability to be in melee with him. Wasn't there like some kind of ring on the ground that was cool? I guess not. Alright. Did I pick it up already? I guess. I think there's a Deep Elf Finale later that like got lost somehow. He was wearing it, wasn't he? An encrusted garnet ring. Yeah, so that sounds like a an artifact ring. That's heroism here. Heroism, like I've said, is pretty cheap, so use it whenever it's going to help, basically. Even if it weren't, you know, a lot of stuff you should use whenever it'll help. But, you know, there's various degrees of how expensive it is and how much you should... Actually, am I picking up stones? I thought I turned it off, but I might have turned it on. Yeah, I turned it back on, so knock it off. Heat Elf Annihilator, yeah, okay. Well, let's get out of here. We don't need to play Inventory Tetris while there's a big elf threatening us. Oh, that's, I don't really need that, do I? I have a lot of things to identify. I guess I'll put this on. What's the worst that could happen? If it's contaminated, like I have some, whoa, that's pretty good. Poison resistance, evasion, and strength. Nice. So I can drop this ring of poison resistance now forever. That's great. You know, some of the stuff that came with it, it doesn't matter that much, but the evasion is great, and, you know, the ability to maybe fly could be cool. And strength, I mean, it would make me more comfortable if I ever did find gold dragon armor. I could actually wear it more conveniently. Is this the guy with a... Yeah, he has the scintillating wooden ring I saw earlier. So let's try it on. Cool. Yeah, I think I'll take it for the strength. Yeah, alright. So I've just marked this ring as if I try to swap rings. Don't ask me which one to take off, just leave this one on. So now, okay, there's a ring of teleportation. I've already got a ring of teleportation that's better, so... Where is that guy? He's over here. I don't remember what I was talking about. Something about rings. Let's kill this Deep Elf Demonologist real quick. Okay. And eat him. Gain his power. Doesn't really happen in Crawl. You don't gain enemies' power by eating them, unlike some roguelikes I could name. And like, you know, some beliefs of whatever other cultures. I don't know. I don't need any more rings of protection from fire, please. Found some items. This is all terrible. A book. I mean, honestly, let's just drop one of these Wands of Hasting. I have so many. And I have an excess Wand of Cold. Okay. And this has Passage of Galubria, which sure I'll learn. If I'm going to be casting any spells this game, it's translocations. I would like to have Portal Projectile. That would be my favorite spell. Huh. Some more books. Necromancy, Regeneration. That's the other spell I might cast. Tome of Evil Changing. No thanks. Creative Transmutation. That's summonings and transmutation? Yeah, I don't want any of that. Yeah, so, I mean, the loot area itself was sort of a bust because the elves had already picked up all the rings that we wanted, and those were fine. We got a couple of good rings. I don't remember, maybe some other stuff as well. So that'll do it for this video. We finished all of Dungeon, right? So next up is just Depths, and then Hell. Should be exciting. So I'll see you in the next one, and thanks for watching.